SZA addressed her Album of the Year snub at the Grammys and said she's happy for everybody after all the backlash over Taylor Swift's historic win. In the lead-up to Sunday's Grammys ceremony, all eyes were on SZA with the expectation that she'd be the first black woman in 25 years to take home Album of the Year, featuring hit singles like Kill Bill, Snooze, and I Hate You. SZA's Sauce was a major triumph straight off the bat, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200 and breaking the record for the biggest streaming week for an R&B album following its December 2022 release. Since then, Sauce has claimed a ton of other records, including the most weeks at #1 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart, a feat held by Aretha Franklin for 54 years. Snooze also remains at #9 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking its 58th week on the chart. And so, with such high expectations, some fans were left a little disappointed when it was Taylor Swift who wound up forging her name into the history books on Sunday night, taking home Album of the Year for Midnights and becoming the first artist ever to have won the top award for 4 albums. I love Taylor, but Midnights did not deserve AOTY, especially over Sauce, one fan wrote on X in the aftermath, echoed by plenty of others who felt that Midnights honestly isn't Taylor's best album. Truly an album that'll be forgotten in her discography, and an example of the Recording Academy's incompetence and refusal to reward black women when they deserve it, someone else wrote, garnering nearly 70,000 likes. If you know anything about the Grammys, and the Album of the Year category in particular, you'll be fully aware this isn't the first time that a black artist has been deemed to have been snubbed despite being the favorite to win. Midnights beating Sauce for Album of the Year wouldn't be as depressing if Harry's House hadn't beat Renaissance, and 25 hadn't beat Lemonade, and 1989 hadn't beat TPAB, and Morning Phase hadn't beat Beyonce, and Random Access Memories hadn't beat Good Kid, and Babel hadn't beat Channel Orange. And one person wrote, listing off some of the most memorable snubs of black artists in the category. Giving Album of the Year to Midnights over Sauce is almost as bad as when Harry's House won over Renaissance, echoed another post with more than 82,000 likes, referencing Harry Styles' controversial win over Beyonce in 2023. Like, what do black women in music have to do at this point? LMFAO. The last time a black woman won Album of the Year was Lauryn Hill in 1999, and while SZA wasn't able to change that fact, it sounds like she's still thrilled by her achievements. Asked whether she had thoughts on the snub discourse during a post-Grammys interview, SZA, who took home 3 other awards on the night for Best Progressive R&B Album, Best R&B Song, and Best Pop Duo Group Performance, made it clear that she holds no complaints or hard feelings. "I'm grateful I won 3. I could have left with nothing and I didn't, and I'm grateful," she told The Hollywood Reporter on Monday. "My parents got to see it and I didn't bomb on live television, and that was so scary. I faced some really big fears and I'm just happy that it all went well, genuinely," she said, adding, "I'm happy for everybody." During her Unreal acceptance speech while collecting the award for Best R&B Song for Snooze, SZA adorably gave Taylor a shout-out in the audience. And in her interview, she revealed that wasn't the only time they interacted throughout the night. "We talked a bunch actually," SZA said of Taylor. "She's funny as hell." So, as for whether her first ever solo Grammy wins have sunk in yet, SZA said she's still in a fever dream. "It doesn't feel like anything yet because I'm still in last night," she said. "I'm not really in today yet, but I'm just so grateful and relieved that it's 5. I survived 4. I didn't crash and burn on national television, and I'm so grateful," she added. "Had I not won a single thing, I would have been so grateful to just have survived the night." There you have it. Congrats, SZA.